like some Alpatino. Just some based stuff.
That's nice. Nice to mix it up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be holding my hands.
You might.
Not really.
Yeah.
So the only thing we gonna
What's
do
up? We
next-
got somebody in here with us.
Peace.
Peace. How are you? What's up, Terica?
Terica.
Hey.
How
How
are
you doing?
We said at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, Angel Army. Ashe.
Peace to you.
Indeed.
We getting it together, sis.
Mm-hmm.
We getting it together. We got a lot going on.
What's up, Leslie? Leslie said she got her wine. She ready.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You already know it's finna be a whole movie. We finna make a movie. Peace, Daniel.
What's up, Daniel? Yeah.
We making a movie. Cause
Mm-hmm.
yeah, starring us,
Definitely.
all of us.
Mm-hmm. Life is a movie.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to play a lot of different roles, ain't it?
Absolutely. So the blog, the email marketing, that's the only thing left.
Okay.
Do not disturb.
Terica said, I'm fine. The universe really been testing me. So many family members turning on me. I'm drained, but I'm here.
Yep. That's the energy right now.
You're a soldier.
Yep.
Yes, you're a warrior.
Just be on your superhero.
Superhero.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we actually, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because we all dealing with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what time it is.
Yeah, it is.
Hathor, how are
Peace.
you? Corey? Yes, peace to you.
It's interesting, you know. But yeah, a lot of times we go through really similar stuff. And yeah, it took us a little while to get on here tonight because it's so much energy going on. We've really been tapping in, you know, and so much has come through today. So we go give a few more minutes for people to come in, and then we're gonna get into the show so we can create this movie, because at the end of the day, we did not come this far to quit. We did not come this far to quit now.
That's right.
And the conscious folks on this planet right now, we are holding the sacred space for humanity to continue to evolving, and our asses don't go extinct, because it's a lot of shit going on right now that could cause extinction level events to happen.
That's right.
And you know, all of it is happening at one time. So come on in here, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Just a few more minutes.
Do we got 13 family members in here, or do we got 13 strangers in here? Because if we family, everybody should be loving as well as liking
Yes.
what we doing right now.
Ashe.
Because y'all already know we about to get into some good stuff. Some
Absolutely.
real meaty stuff. So yeah. Y'all get the
Absolutely.
likes up. Get the likes up. Definitely. All right, baby.
Okay. So as y'all know, today is May 23rd, 2021, which is 555. So today is absolutely a portal day. Okay. And it carries the energy of 5. Now, according to the Bible, the number 5 carries the symbolic energy of grace. Boy, do we need it. But boy, do we need to be able to give it to. And so to get through this energy update, what we've been drop on y'all, because a lot of people have not been talking about this, and you know, I just have a little ting that is special to me when I find something that not a lot of people are talking about that we can share with y'all. So that's what we're about to do. So karmic relationships will be the highlight of this summer, throughout this whole summer. Okay? This is your relationship with yourself, your relationship with family, co-workers on every level. Again, this is a movie.
Yes.
We're in a simulation. This is a movie. And once you realize that you are the actor, the director, the writer, this is what awakening is. You're starting to realize that you are all of those things, that you are wearing many different hats, playing many different roles. So keep that in mind, so when it get dense and it get tough, just remind yourself, this is a movie. Like this is the grand scheme of things. My soul is here for an experience. That's all this is. This is not the end. This is not here to destroy me or stop me.
Right.
So to tap into your inner super Heru, it requires you to sit with yourself, be introspective, and then begin figuring out ways that you can perceive whatever is happening in your life in a way that's benefiting you and not harming you. This is what it's all about. It's all about creating that inner harmony within yourself. So before we get into the astrology of tonight, I want to share with y'all how we came to a lot of this, because this 555 portal day, none of this was planned. We didn't plan a show for 555 portal day. It just aligned itself. And, we like to let things happen organically over here, so instead of trying to force things and allowing it to be intuitive. So with that being said, to be a superhero or super Heru, that is to have obstacles, challenges, what appears to be negativity, chaos, darkness, destruction, spiritual attacks, heaviness, weight, worry. And then you get into all of the emotions and the frequencies and the vibrations of these emotions in the way it makes you feel. And then you are able to be in the middle of the storm, but come out of it. When we watch superhero movies, that is basically a dramatic way of retelling our own mythology of what we all go through. Everybody goes through something. That is the whole purpose in coming to planet Earth. This is the school of the universe. So I was telling Ernest, before we get into this, because I said I was going to mention this, but something that happened recently, which is just showing exactly what I'm saying. I want you to remember this. You are the director. You are the one that chose the cast. So whoever you're dealing with, whatever you're dealing with, you chose it. And the goal is to figure out, why did I choose this? How can I make this work for me? What am I learning about myself? How can it strengthen me? We have to come out of a place of duality, black and white, where we're seeing things as just good or bad. Everything is beneficial to one who believes it is beneficial. And you will sit and look at that situation until you figure out how it can be of benefit for you. This is becoming Heru. This is becoming the ascension mind manifested, where you're taking all this knowledge in and all this wisdom, but how are you applying it to your life and your situation? That's when the true alchemy happens, when shit happens and you're able to take the knowledge that you have learned and use it. So Tank.
Please, King's Corner.
Perfect example. Tank. Tank has been losing his hearing. He's been experiencing vertigo, headaches, and a lot of other similar symptoms that a lot of us had when we first awakened. And most of us, some of us, maybe who went to the doctor, there was really no explanation for what you was feeling, the ringing in the ears, whatever it was for you. And I was just like, he might be going through ascension symptoms. He may be called up. See, this is when you go from being Set to Heru. So Set, those lower energies, that lower self, right? And existing within that underworld, that realm, that energy, right? But then you're having to, this is the whole movement of it. You're having to rise up, right? Grow wings. This is when the serpent grow the wings and view it from a different perspective. If you go to Tank's Instagram and just listen to the way he's processing what's happening to him, For a singer to lose their hearing, for somebody who work out every single day and want their body to look like perfection, and he can't even walk in a straight line because he's dizzy from having vertigo, that's a lot. To be in the public eye and to have so many people dependent on you, your music, and then you got all of the contracts that you have, and maybe people you haven't paid yet.
Right.
He floating through this shit. Like I have not seen him broke down. He in high vibes in the middle of a storm. This is what a superhero is, and we call it superhero. So I told Ernest that is the whole purpose and challenges. What are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna deal with it?
Right. How do you face those challenges in your life? Shit. Just that simple.
People are watching.
Yeah.
Spirit guides are watching. Ancestors are watching. You got galactic family who is not incarnated in the body right now that is watching. Even the Bible says that you will be on display for the whole world, to the seen and the unseen realm. The Bible, the book of Enoch, talks about watchers. See, we forget that there is this oneness, that we're all interconnected, and there is no time space. There is no past. Ancient Egypt, when it was at its height, and ancient Kemet, when the dynasties were really doing some really huge things, maybe that had never been done on this planet before. That's still happening somewhere. When you begin to realize the oneness and you start coming out of the duality of the way you see things, and you start seeing things from many different facets, perspectives, and angles, then the challenges become something different for you. Now, if I was Tank, I probably wouldn't even feel confident to be singing on a live. Because I can't even really hear what I'm saying. And this Negro is still, he's singing. He acting like ain't shit happened. He like, I got Verdo and I'm dizzy as hell right now. But I'm singing. And I'm just like, look at that fucking superhero. Superhero. So to you, whatever you are going through, we are not trying to make light of it. But we're just letting you know that we're all going through something.
Right.
And for you to remember how important you are, that you agreed to this because you knew that you was going to be able to do whatever needed to be done to make it work for you and not break you. So we just want to start off by sharing that before we get into this. And I'm going to let Ernest do a lot of reading, because it's a lot of reading. We're going to take you through a lot of different energetic explanations of what may be playing out in your life right now.
And so just acknowledging where we are as far as the Mayan, the galactic calendar. Today is the yellow self-existing sun. Yellow self-existing sun, and we still encourage everyone to find out what your galactic signature is. Find out as it relates to your total being from a galactic perspective. Find out the details on all of that, because it won't do anything but enhance your life and help you to better understand where you are and where you headed, if that's your goal. And so, again, with that being said, today is the yellow self-existing sun, which is the 11th spectral moon of liberation. And the wave spell calls for us to dissolve, release, and liberation. Dissolve, release, and liberation. It says, I define in order to enlighten, measuring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of intelligence. I am a polar kin. I convert the yellow galactic spectrum. And again, this today, 555 is a yellow existing sun.
Yeah.
And
So,
we can go on and on and on
because that's a lot of
about that.
solar plexus energy right there that we need right now.
Yeah.
Like you really do.
Even with this 7 day week period, it starts today. Today is the first day of the week. Um, Coming up off of your Gregorian calendar, looking at it. Today is the first day. Even if you're looking at the Gregorian calendar, it's still the first day on that side of the calendar, the first day of the week. So today being the first day of this 7 day week, but it's the 22nd day of the whole 28-day calendar cycle. Um, there is power that we have access to, and it helps us to ripen as we are growing. Come to the point of maturation where we are maturing and ripening as we've done a lot of this work, just like fruit. And so again, y'all, throughout the rest of this 7 day period, just know that you are beginning to mature in a lot of the areas that you've been putting a lot of work to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We need the sun to make it grow. You know, a lot of us have been tapping in and doing our soul work. So the major takeaway from the energy right now, Saturn going into retrograde, as you can see. These are some of the highlights of Saturn being in retrograde and what that's going to be like. The challenges will cause possible reasons to distrust others, and we will find ourselves being judgmental. Now, Sagittarius is where the full moon lunar eclipse is taking place on the 26th. And Sagittarius can be a judgmental energy. That's one of the negative sides of Sagittarius. So you're going to feel that challenge. You're going to have that moment of feeling like you can't trust maybe somebody who you felt like you could trust. And now you're like, I don't even know if I can really trust them. Just know that that's energetic. It's normal. Ride the wave. Follow your intuition. It'll work out. It'll be okay. But when you catch yourself being judgmental, you want to catch that and stop and just be like, hold up. Let me catch this now. Because judgment, once it gets going, is kind of like mold. You know, like if you don't catch it early, it'll just, the whole loaf of bread will just get taken over by mold. If you got one bad apple, it's got mold on it. If you don't take it out and separate it from the others, it grows really fast. So judgment is like a fungus of the mind. And you want to be able to catch it early to keep from having such a big mess to clean up later. Be careful to not allow fear to hijack your reality. Now remember, Saturn controls the simulation of reality. So catch yourself when you feel fear trying to anchor itself in you. Again, this is about catching stuff earlier than you usually do. The quicker you catch it, the quicker you come out of it. Dark forces will be definitely roaming, so stay vigilant. Okay, remember we got a lot of portals that's been opening, so it's a lot of energy that's roaming. So you just want to make sure that you're staying centered and anchored in yourself and not allowing yourself to get caught up in delusions. Now the news is probably going to be using a lot of fear tactics to control the masses. So use discernment before allowing topics that cause distress to enter into your mind. The next takeaway, our mind may seem to focus on the negative things very easily. So be aware of the karma that you are creating in the now. Okay? While letting go of programming that no longer serves you. The quicker you catch it, the better.
Yep.
Because when you catch it quicker, you're just able to come out of it quicker, you know?
And you can keep yourself from going deeper down in a hole.
And I've been doing that a lot with Ernest, like as his accountability partner.
Yeah.
It's like if I see you fall and you roll down the hill, if I let you get some momentum, it might be a lot harder for me to help you out.
Right.
And then we become Jack and Jill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be Jack and Jill.
Right.
So, you know, I try to help him be his accountability partner. As I'm doing this myself, if you happen to be in a twin flame reunion, it's really good to be doing this for each other because you're each other's mirror.
That's right.
So it's just like, okay, babe, catch that. You know what I'm saying? Like, something trying to hijack your reality right now. So I'm just letting you know that I see it. Do you see it? And what do you want to do about it? Pause for a minute.
Right.
And then we stop, reset, then move forward. This is how you're going to clear karma. So clearing karma is not all about looking behind you and focus on everything behind you, but just focusing on the now and the karma that you're creating. So once a year, the karmic planet Saturn goes retrograde, giving us an opportunity to reflect on the past 12 months of our lives. In 2021, the ring planet will be doing its backwards dance in the humanitarian focused sign of Aquarius from May 23rd until October 10th. Saturn rules lessons, discipline, and gives us major strict daddy vibes.
Read that again.
Saturn rules lessons, discipline, and gives us major strict daddy vibes, meaning that its backwards motion is about to shake up our summer. The time has come to face some of the blocks that you feel are holding you back from taking responsibility for your life. That sounds heavier than it necessarily is. The next few months basically function as a time to step back, look at where you're at and where you like to be. Saturn's retrograde helps to illuminate all those little steps you can take to set yourself up for a smoother road forward. So the ring planet's moonwalk was about to be happening. I say Michael, because Michael he been coming up in our day all day today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Archangel Michael? We see he's really enjoying what's happening on the planet right now. I'm telling you, we're being watched. We're being watched. We still here on this side. It's like, what y'all gonna do? We already came and created our legacy. We need to do what y'all gonna do.
Yeah.
But this planet is basically about to be moonwalking, and it's gonna wake up your inner rebel. All right. So we'll want to push back against anything that feels like an anchor, and rethink our goals. Sometimes we find ourselves holding on to old dreams, things we thought we wanted when we were younger or in a different mindset. This transit is about reassessing what we want for ourselves and how we can work toward a future that actually excites us. Okay? This is a great time for change, whether it's within your relationship, job, friendships, goals, or passions. We are leaving the past behind for something better. On a global level, you with me? Okay. So on a global level, this is according to some astrologers that we were consulting as we were putting this content together.
Our collective, yeah. So on a global level, our collective unconscious is continually transforming. We are learning how much commitment it takes to become our own force amongst ingrained programming and systemic bias. Again, when we say that we are being watched, we are not all talking about those that are enemies, but we are also talking about all of our allies.
Yeah.
And so Saturn's retrograde asks us to go further or to go farther with it. This is a time for embodying the lessons that we have already learned to establish muscle memory in our everyday life. How can we take these changes further so we guarantee we are building a new foundation for future generations? This is also a great time to pay off any karmic debts. We can make a great deal of progress during this time if we choose to accept how we've wronged others and make it right.
So look like, you know,
Right my wrong.
we need to be just starting with the man in the mirror, you know. And
You want me to out? And then
Yeah.
Saturn's retrograde mantra is grow up to show up to glow up.
it's time to grow up. Yep. A lot of us have awakened and we've been woke and we've been talking about this shit and we've been watching the numbers and waking up and it's time to walk and embody the transformation that's been happening inside of you. Now the universe is gonna send you tests. So let's see. Like, is you ready to do this?
Yes.
This is that epic part of the movie. Cue the music. Cue the music.
Right.
And the easier it becomes as you see yourself this way. So it helps to not see yourself as the victim in the movie. You the victim and the damn villain. You all of it. And this is what sovereignty and true divinity is about. And the Christ consciousness and that awakening is that I'm all of it. I'm the dark and the light. I'm the positive and I'm all of it. I'm everything. If you everything, then you will carry yourself with a higher value.
That's right.
Because you realize I'm everything. And
That's right.
none of it is bad. It's just different. But I'm everything. I'm a bitch and I'm a really sweet mom. I'm everything. I'm very modest and I can be a slut. I'm everything.
Yes.
I'm Michael Jackson and I'm Archangel.
Thank you.
But I be grabbing my groin, humping. Like, how did he get away with that shit? He did that for so many years at concerts in front of people's kids, and it was innocent to us. We saw creativity. Nobody was offended by it. Because it was his authentic energy that he owned and embraced and accepted and embodied. And he just said the music, the rhythm just makes him want to do certain things. And we was like, oh, okay. We ain't question that shit. We was like, oh. So these are the lessons.
That's right. Grow up to show up to glow up.
Yeah.
The energy of this transit is helping us grow from our fears and limitations into a more refined version of ourselves. We're not going to lie. Some tough stuff is coming, and during Saturn retrograde, it's nothing that we can't handle. Don't look at retrogrades as negative. All planets except the sun and the moon go retrograde throughout our lives. It's the rhythm of the universe.
Talking about that damn rhythm. I don't know. Some of y'all might need to start grabbing your groin and humping in the mirror.
And saying, oh!
I don't know. It might, I'm serious. Like, I'm joking, but I'm serious.
Yeah, you got to.
See, we intentionally dressed in bright colors because we wanted to bring some lightheartedness to the heaviness of the testing that we know is going on and finna continue to unfold. We got a whole full lunar moon eclipse. We ain't even got into that yet. We just covering the 555 portal and the Saturn retrograde. Let's not even get on the fact that Mercury is about to go into retrograde. But don't let these retrogrades, it don't have to mean fear for you. This is your fucking movie.
That's right.
How do you want this movie to go? You just set it up scene by scene. That's minute by minute, thought by thought. This hour, what do I need to be doing? This hour, what is going to be good for me? Just minute by minute, hour by hour. And it is a beautiful movie that you are setting up.
Indeed.
So Saturn retrograde is generally a time of karmic rebalancing. Previous bad behavior could be punished right now. That's cool too. It's a part of the process.
That's right.
Because them past relationships where it really got bad, where you ain't want to eat, get out of the bed, go to work, you ain't really want to do nothing. That was like punishment because you probably knew that person wasn't good for you. You needed to go through that part so you could be like, oh, I'm done with that. I don't even want to be with nobody like that no more. I don't even, so it's all beautiful. We're not judging any of this. But hard work and responsibility could also be rewarded. Saturn is the Lord of karma. Retrograde motion is a time when karma is sorted out. It's the moonwalk. I don't know why that keep coming up. So therefore, Saturn retrograde is a double dose of karma. Karma is a form of energy that is very real. Like Saturn, it is very closely bound to time. Past, present, and future blur into one. If you have been in the bad, negative in the past, then at a certain predestined time, an event will occur and it'll teach you a lesson about that.
That's right.
If you've been good in the past or did something beneficial, then at a predestined time, an event will occur to reward you for your good deeds. With Saturn in retrograde motion, the karma will relate to how responsible you have been in the past. So, transiting Saturn retrograde can be a time of limitation, restriction, anxiety, and fear. In recent months, since Saturn entered the retrograde zone, you will have dealt with particular issues involving your duties and responsibilities as they relate to your dependence and career. Saturn retrograde suggests this area of responsibility is so important. Extra time is needed to take stock and make sure everything is in order before you continue. You may be tested to make sure you are ready to take on the extra responsibility. A lot of us been calling a lot of shit into our reality, right? We've been trying to manifest. You know, you've been buying my potions and shit, and the crystals and the pendulums, and doing the work, and you've been getting it in. Now you got to make space for all that wonderful stuff that you've been calling into it by being responsible with what's on your plate. Now, the lessons you learn might be hard, but they will be valuable. On the other hand, it could be that negative Saturn behavior, such as sadness or shyness, it has gotten out of control. I can relate to that. It don't seem like I'm shy, but I have a very shy side to me. So when I do this shit, I have to share that. And I'm so thankful for having the courage to push through the shyness or the fear. And I'm saying this to you so you all can see yourself, whatever great things that you see in me and Ernest, so that you can see that in yourself too, because that's why you resonate and identify with it. So in this case, the Saturn retrograde months will offer a chance to recognize and admit to your problems. There's power in just being able to admit to your problems.
That's right.
Things may get so out of control that an intervention or some type of drastic event must occur to shake you out of your depression or your isolation. Most of the time, I gotta get kicked up out of that place. By the time Saturn stations direct, you should have come to terms with the relevant issues and be ready for the next phase. So focus and motivation leads to productiveness, achievement, and recognition. All right. Now the 555 portal day, the way that this showed up, again, we didn't do any of this. We just called this information to us, and it just aligned.
Yeah. So today being May 23rd, 2021 at 13 degrees 31. Aquarius.
This is when Saturn, the positioning of Saturn.
Saturn retrograde 2021 could be very frustrating with rising tension and sudden expected changes. But with the help of the Grand Trine, you can stay open-minded, patient, and flexible. The challenges can then be turned into opportunities to rid yourself of negative, restrictive, and limiting beliefs, behaviors, and structures. Your personal freedoms and rights may also be restricted. If your duties and responsibilities become too oppressive, it is better to make adjustments during Saturn retrograde 2021 before they crystallize as new structures in your life. It is best not to force change that you won't, but to adapt to changing conditions. This is not the time to resist change, nor is it the time to overreact. A well-considered, methodical, patient, and step-by-step approach is what's best. So the moon trine Saturn brings the emotional balance, responsibility, and determination to reach your long-term goals. Venus trine Saturn brings true love, loyalty, and commitment. A new romance could be with a past life contact or someone from a different age group, and would likely be a long-lasting soulmate union. Existing relationships enjoy closer bonding and stability. Mutual respect and an eye to practical outcomes help you work through any problems created by Saturn retrograde 2021 square Uranus. This is also a good aspect for finances. Now the moon trine Venus brings love, tenderness, and harmony. Increased charm, beauty, and popularity makes Saturn retrograde 21 good for dating and making friends. You can attract genuine, honest love. Sex will feel more intimate, romantic, and enjoyable. Your creative potential will be unleashed, and the trine aspects of Saturn will materialize works of beauty. Whatever is stunting your productiveness is what Saturn retrograde focuses on.
Yeah.
This could well have been an ongoing problem, hindering success over many incarnations. Events or relationships will keep reinforcing the problem area this life, especially during Saturn retrograde phases until you master it.
Yeah. Ashe. Um, so y'all see self-mastery is the topic. Um, we this was such a big deal with all of this. We hadn't even got into all the other aspects of how this is playing out.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping my eyes on the chat too as well. Thank y'all so much. Y'all saying everything that needs to be said in the chat. But I wanna take a moment and address Remy. You were mentioning about Black men being homeless and being able to overcome that challenge. Maybe for you, it's just the alignment that you happen to be here on the live. I was homeless for a very long time, if you don't know my story, and it happened to me more than one time. And being a Black woman, even being 8 months pregnant at one point in time, it was really, really difficult. So yes, I sympathize with you and I can feel you, but I feel like if you're here amongst the group of people and the energy that you're in right now, that means your situation is about to turn around for you. So that makes all of this even the more relevant. You know, I had to go through that, whether it was based on karma from a past life or whatever it was. It seemed to me that it really wasn't my doing that led to that, but it don't really matter, you know. And yeah, I slept where I could. I slept at bus stops when I could. I would go to hospitals and complain about something just to be there to sleep. If I stayed long enough, 7 o'clock in the morning come, I could get a fruit cup and some crackers and some water. Like, real talk, I did that. And so, you know, what I would say to you is just remember that your situation is not permanent, and at any point in time, that story, that narrative can change. Remember the laws of the universe. Remember the law of attraction. Remember the law of vibration. Remember that where you are here affects what's going on out here. And so I was in a place at that time where I went into beast mode. And I'm just like, beast mode, what? I'm in a movie right now. This is the end of the world for me. What would I do to survive? And so I just started coming up with shit. You know, I would hang out. I did a lot of illegal shit too. I did. But I was in the mindset, I didn't want to harm anybody. You know what I'm saying? I had already had my, okay, this is what I won't do. So I went into beast mode. And I started thinking about what I wanted to manifest and what I was willing to do to make that happen. You know, and if I had to go to the car wash and help somebody wash their car to make $2 or $3, I was gonna do whatever I need to do to make it happen. Like, once you turn your mentality into that, the whole movie Pursuit of Happiness was about this same thing. He was homeless. He had his son with him. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So we come here to this planet and we might have like some obstacles stacked against us, like, but trust and believe, that shit is movable. It is movable. Thoughts have a resonance and a power and a frequency behind it. And so as I was going through all of that, I was just thinking about what I want my house to look like, or my apartment. And, you know, keeping my mind from going into a place to take me somewhere else, so I stayed hungry. And, you know, I'm so thankful for that part of my life. That was the best part of my life, hands down, because it made me hungry. Watching roaches and fending rats off of your newborn baby, that shit right there. If nothing never makes you hungry and put a fight inside of you, that you go accomplish what you came here to accomplish, and it don't matter who get in the way, because your ass will get rolled over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that put a hunger down in me where I was just like, there is no way that I have come this far. And this is the end of that shit? Never. And you can ask my daughter today, she'll tell you, like, I'm so proud that my mama is my mama. And then my crazy ass was like, I'm gonna record this whole fucking journey. and put it on YouTube. And then you sit here watching me. So, yes, I just wanted to take that moment though and give that to you, brother. Respect and love, we can send out a vibration and shift that shit.
That's
but
right.
you just got to be in alignment with the universe. Ride them waves. You got this. This ain't nothing you can't do. You're a melanin being. You are a chaos being.
That's right.
You are carbon-based being, 666, becoming a crystalline being. Like real talk. This is why we talking about this.
Yes.
Activate, for each of us here, activate your super Heru.
You got to stay locked in with this. Because what we got coming up, if you can be a part of it, it is going to transform and transmute.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
We, again, we're not here to play. Like, we're not here to play. Playtime is over. This time now, I want what's mine. All right, what I got to do to get in place.
That's right.
And it's just like NBA Finals. It's just a certain place you standing in, and that shit just work out like beautifully. He played basketball, so I know he really understand. I was a cheerleader, you know what I'm saying, on the sidelines. I didn't understand anything except for defense and offense.
Shoot.
And shoot, right. I can do the cheers, but I can't tell you what the referee, them calls he making. I don't understand none of it.
Yeah.
But I was a cheerleader, and I'm just saying, like, we're figuring out what our role is in our journey, in our story. We're creating our own mythology right now. It's all about you.
Yes, it is.
It's all about you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So what we did, so now we can shift from that note and kind of, you want to talk about the program?
Okay. Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So with all of this happening, y'all been asking us, like, we need something. We need a program. We need something, subscription-based something, Even Dr. Bay was like, y'all would go ahead and do the Patreon. We thinking and we like, real talk. Me and Ernest, sometimes we don't be feeling like we're worthy of all that comes to us. And so we'll drag our feet about something.
Worse. I got it worse than she do.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, it takes us a minute to figure out, like, because we don't want to just be doing stuff just to be doing it for the sake of doing it. So I was just like, I really want to be able to help people shift. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. So we were watching a show yesterday, Justice League, Jupiter's League.
Jupiter Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. And it was activating something that really stirring me up. And I was just like,
we realized how much left hand work that was put into it.
Yeah. Really dark shit.
Through the characters.
Yeah. Really a very dark show.
Yeah.
When I say dark, I mean
about heroes.
Yeah, about heroes. But showing the shadow side of that. And that's us.
Exactly.
Like, to know you are a goddess, God awakening, right? To have come out of so many social constructs, religious indoctrination and programming, and you're like melding your own shit. And you're like, no, I'm creating my own way of becoming a best version of myself. What my parents told me to do, not grandparents, no, you, no, and we searching for what works for us. So in doing that, that oracle energy tapped in. I'm like, how can we help people maximize on what they're doing? And have our name attached to something we're proud of. And so it made me so nervous. I couldn't even really put nothing together, to be honest. Me and Ernest been having this conversation for a long time, damn it, a year. So today, what happened? What happened today when we was just like, that's the program?
Or was it last night? I know we've been dealing with some things. Let's put a break right there.
Your shadow shit activated a lot.
Yeah. My shadowy ass. I'm just gonna call it to say my shadowy ass is the reason why a lot of we always say that I help to activate a lot of the things and Cam just spots it. You know what I'm saying? She captures it. But yeah, my patterns and tendencies and fuck ups and selfishness and just, I mean, you the list goes on and on and on. Um, as as all of this stuff continues to come to the surface, it causes us to go into these modes to where we trying to get to the bottom of it and find out, like, why is this happening, how, what, you know what I'm saying, get to the root of it basically. And so that's how the whole program came about, because guess who's the first signee? I was the first one to sign up to this program. So yeah, that's how the program came into being, from us having to deal with our own shit. You know what I'm saying? And what way to better have structure in dealing with it than to go ahead and outline some things, come up with some of the practice. Oh, and that's another thing. I was telling Cam, I was like, well, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that. I was in the place of trying to, yeah, I was in the place of trying to search for some aid, search for some help. Mind you, I got the Oracle. And I had already had answers, help, aid, material, practices, exercises. I had already had enough. But I was still in the place of looking for something else. And so I forgot exactly how that conversation came about, but we got to talking about it, and it was like, she was like, why you looking for something else? Just use blah 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 blah. And I was like, yep.
Yeah, because what happens?
That started.
Yeah, because the ego will jump into the narrative. And this is the wounded part of us. You know what I'm saying? This is the inner child part of us. And it's just like, you need to find something else. You need to find meditation. You need to find a new diet. You need to find a new supplement. You need to find a new teacher, another guru. You need to, and you just looking.
Right.
And see, that's the
Ego.
wounded part of you. Think about a child. Attention span is very short.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm more comfortable with doing something and running from tree to tree to tree to tree, because the child is not going to be able to commit to the discipline that it takes to see something all the way through. So it just keeps you busy. And that way you feel like you are doing something to be better, because you're staying busy, but you ain't gave one thing enough
100%. That's it.
to get the maximum benefit, to
That's
become
right.
your highest potential. To become your highest potential, you have to do things to the max.
That's right.
You can't do the minimum. You go get the minimum.
You get out of it what you put into it. So yes, that is, in a nutshell, basically what spawned this entire program that we've come up with. And so man, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, you know,
it took us probably 6 hours of just straight. I was just channeling, just sitting and channeling. I'm like, write it down. Boom, boom. I'm going straight to the akashic records. And here's one thing that I leave out. Talking about minimizing and maximizing. Like, I really do. I minimize myself a lot. And because there's a part of me that is afraid of the audience that I know that I can really reach. So sometimes I do try to play it small and safe. Because when I hear people on TED Talks, I'm just like, I can do that. You know, when I hear motivational speakers, I'm just like, I can do that. I just shared that same message yesterday. But there's an aspect of me that has to, that wants to play it small because it's more comfortable. And so I think a lot of us here do that. We're so attached to our comforts that we're not really allowing ourselves to expand. And so the universe is just aligning situations and things. So it presses you to expand. And for expansion to happen, there has to be something that wells up inside of you. So it had been welded up inside of me, and I would watch Ernest go through these cycles, you know, and he's been having to explore. He's clearing karma that has come through our black men on this planet, and the karma of not protecting the black woman, be it your mother, sister, daughter, or woman. He's clearing that karma and working through that. And so to have been in religion for so long, and he had, you know, he had a scapegoat to blame things on. He didn't really have to take accountability for who he was and how he was showing up and the energy investment that he was bringing to the relationship and to the house. And then you get with an oracle, and every fucking moment of the day, you got to be aware of what kind of energy you bring in.
Right.
And, you know, so for him, it's like this shit is 24/7, you know what I'm saying? And it don't turn off. And sometimes I have to say, if it's too much, let me know and I'll pull back. So we have been pressing in a lot, and that's how we got this whole program. And we're gonna go over it briefly here. I think it deserves to have a whole separate video, and we'll do that too. But this program was put together with the energy of 555, with the resonance of 44. Then you know the whole story behind that for those of you who've been with us for a while, which is what connected us with the pillars. And we ended up having Blue Pillar come on the show, you know. And so all of these things just been aligning for us. And so this program, oh my goodness, like I was so excited for this. I cannot wait. I'm telling you, if you dedicate yourself and commit yourself and really be devoted to your practice and to you reaching your highest potential, you go feel the fear. That's normal. But you go find yourself having the courage and the picking up the momentum to do that shit anyway.
That's right. That's right.
What was you about to
And
say?
that's what we always say. You know what I'm saying? When you have fear about something, do it anyway. Yeah. No, I was just going to say, just adding, feeling like, you know, how many of you may sometimes feel like you in a stuck place. I know that is coming from religion, coming from that particular place, and being indoctrinated and dealing with a lot of the stuff that I have dealt with, coming to learn that I had a narcissistic parent and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, what how it affected me. A lot of that shit, when I came to realize all of that, it just made me get stuck. Like for it ain't even no other way to explain it. I was just stuck. Like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like damn. You know what I'm saying? I done lived most of my adult life at this up to this point within the last year and a half or so, and really start looking at myself like for all that it's worth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It made me get stuck. It made me just be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still going through the motions, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. It made me stuck, and I got stuck in that automaton state. So I'm going through a lot of motions. I'm doing everything normal, but I'm arrested right where I am. And so that's another thing that we would realize and recognize from a lot of the different triggers and stuff like that. And so that was the inspiration behind what led us to come with this program.
Yeah. So yes, and rest in peace, Paul Mooney. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you all follow us on Instagram. If you don't, go follow us on Instagram. Renner's Gathering WGG on Instagram. But Paul Mooney had, you know, when we were going through the awakening, and at the time we were Hebrew Israelites, and we needed to study our way out of religion, basically, what was happening. And we were awakening, and we started to notice things. And Paul Mooney got on our lives, and he would comment, and he would just be like, keep going, keep doing what y'all doing. keep spreading the message and speaking the truth. And there was one point in time, a lot of protesting and stuff was going on here in Memphis, and they had basically blocked off the bridge in the protest. And so we were like capturing that footage and allowing the whole world to see what was happening here in Memphis. And Paul Mooney got on that show, and he was just so, I don't know. I don't get starstruck too easily, but to see Paul Mooney on your live and having nothing but positive things to say about what you're doing when what you're doing is unorthodox, that, I don't know, that was a moment when we really would started being like, damn, this twin flame thing and the whole reason we were put together, this is huge. So so usually before somebody exits this reality, usually I'll get a feeling or dream or something. I picked up on nothing, absolutely nothing about this, which makes it a little strange to me. And not saying that I got to be the damn crypt keeper on planet Earth, but it usually happens like that. And I didn't see death looming around him. So when I heard about it, I was just like, okay, that's absolutely help. We got Dr. Layla Africa. We got, like, just think about the magnitude of the people who have recently crossed over. Like that's not by coincidence. And even the way that you die, you agreed to this. And there are typically 3 different ways a soul will exit their physical body. And one of those 3 ways is typically what happens. And so just think about it. So again, I'm saying, like, this is support. They are rooting for us and cheering us on, because a lot of us have not been able to really live our truth, be authentic fully, and be proud of who we are, and have people, a community of people who support that and not against that. So many of us are the black sheeps and the lone wolves of the family.
That's right.
So with that being said, because of the alignment, don't forget about the alignment we've been talking about. We got the eclipse coming up. And this eclipse is causing us to slow down. So y'all, you got to slow down and breathe. Deep breathe, slow down. Like Sagittarius, there's a lot of fire energy, so we don't need to add fire to the flames, to the fuel. Yeah, fuel to the fire. So don't be adding fire to situations when people is already fiery, because they're unaware of planetary alignment and how it impacts us as human beings. You can be the water. You know what I'm saying? And you just carry yourself in a way where I'm not going to add to this. And I'm in control. I mean, I'm able to control my environment right now, but I can control me. And so just slowing down. You don't have to be in a hurry. You know, like, we're going through this and we go work our way through it. So the program.
Yes.
It is the name of the program. It's Crypto to Chrystos. 44-day reset. All right. Description of this program. Y'all hearing it first here. And this, okay.
Okay. All right. Again, the name of it is Crypto to Chrystos, 44-day reset. Now, in this 44-day self-mastery program, we are removing negative karma and transmuting weaknesses into superpowers by making our shadow self our ally to reach our highest potential.
Yeah. The cosmic alignment for this program. If you are able to align yourself and what you are doing with planetary alignment and cosmic energies, that ensures you to have success in what you are doing. And this is what we are here to learn how to do. This is what our ancestors did. Our ancestors knew how to pay attention to planetary alignment and cosmic energy, and how to plan their moves based on that. This is what they were doing, and we're returning to the golden age. So we must return to our roots. All right. So Saturn retrograde is generally a time of karmic rebalancing. We mentioned that. So that's one element of the planetary alignment. The full lunar moon eclipse. So eclipses are tied to changing circumstances. However, we are usually the ones to precipitate or attract changes because our inner guides know that we need it. Human beings are progressive by nature, and although we might stay in situations that are making us miserable for longer than we should, deep down inside we know that change is necessary for growth. Full moons always highlight the subconscious mind, allowing the feminine aspect to be dominant, which allows deep introspection. Full moons, where am I? Okay. The feminine energy also helps us to nourish ourselves in areas where we lack self-love and compassion, a process that's termed remothering or reparenting. Although lunar eclipses are more relationship oriented than solar eclipses, they are not always about relationships between two people. They can trigger awareness of what we need or lack in other areas of our lives, such as our relationship to work, to our health, and our bodies, and so forth. This is a time when matters come to light, things that have been brewing under the surface. When a full moon occurs, we can suddenly burst forth with proclamations and outpours that seem fresh and new, simply because they are not yet rationalized. However, these things are usually about things we've buried or kept at bay. A lunar eclipse is a more potent full moon, and its effects tend to last longer, approximately 6 months. With the Gemini Sagittarius axes involved, this lunar eclipse presses us to look more closely at our needs, lacks, and wants concerning the balance between Gemini rule and Sagittarius ruled areas of our lives. Noting that the Gemini Sagittarius polarity is a mental axis where Gemini represents the lower mind and Sagittarius represents the higher mind. We can begin to understand why striking a balance is ideal. If you go to the website and you see the picture, we try to choose images that carry a resonance and a vibration that's in alignment with what it is we're setting to accomplish. And we have a picture of Heru and Set. I didn't even realize this, but when you got Gemini and Sagittarius, the higher mind and the lower mind, that is Heru, which is the Chrystos, the Christ consciousness, you rising up through a lot of the darkness in your own personal underworld and hell, and being able to strike that balance. So that is the combination of Set, the lower mind, the lower self, the lower world, and Heru, the upper. So there is another synchronicity that I didn't even notice until just now. Now, why did we choose 44 days to go from Crypt to Chrystos? The full lunar eclipse of May 2021. This eclipse is the fourth of 6 in a series of eclipses that fall along the Gemini Sagittarius axes from June 2020 to December 2021. I mean, it just keeps going. 44 was the number. Now, why 44? 44 was the number that awakened me in 2011. I was waking up at 4:44, saying the number 444. And again, I record a lot of this on YouTube. The bathtub overflowed in my apartment, and the charge by the apartment was $444 to do repairs. And that was the start of my awakening. I was like, why do I keep seeing these fours? What it went from 4 to 44 to 444, and I was like, whoa, and it got my attention. So one of its special traits is that 44 does not appear too often. It is a rare number. However, it's a number with a huge potential because it carries the significance of vibration, 4 and 8 with amplification. The number 4 also, among other things, stands in for the quality of constancy and stableness. The consequence of this is that this number is the remedy to all. It is the master healer. Okay, the number 8 too has had many associations and mythologies around the world. Krishna, we didn't go looking for this. This is another representation of Chrystos, Christ consciousness. The incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu was the 8th child of his parents, and the number is sacred to him. So master number 44 or 8 is the vibration of self-discipline, abundance, and success through balance. Now, why did we choose to release this today? 555.
That's right.
555 is a sign of positive changes that are bringing you into greater alignment with your soul's purpose.
Releasing the past and transmuting and transforming what no longer serves.
Yeah.
Including old fears, past patterns, limiting beliefs, distorted mental constructs,
Woo!
and all that is no longer serving you.
So, that is the cosmic and numerology behind this program, what you will be activating if you participate, and the support that you will have. Now, what are you going to do in this program? Well, some of the things that we'll be doing in this program, we will be doing mirror magic. We will be doing ancient chants that will help you to transmute karma, to clear karmic debt as well. We will also revisit the galactic signature and performing a galactic soul retrieval with this program. We will also be doing shadow work ceremonies, rituals to integrate you with the set or the lower aspects of yourself. So for those of you who are drawn to the darkness, just like us,
Yes.
this is right up your alley.
Yes.
Because we know the darkness is where the healing and transformation takes place. You know? And that's where the power is.
That's at the core. Yes.
So,
What you say,
let's
Ezekiel?
see.
I could be ludicrous, don't know.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's what's
Too
up.
funny.
Yeah.
So, and we're also going to teach you another modality that is really simple to do, that you will be able to do daily to clear karmic debt, to clear out your karma. So this is karma from past lives and this life. You will be clearing that, and you're going to have the power of cosmic alignment behind you while you are doing that.
So powerful, y'all. Man.
Yes. We also would like to highlight something that you may not have heard of unless you have studied Hindu, the Pradasham. Pradasham or Pradasham, it is the removal of karma. Now, there are certain times of the year, of each month, that is auspicious, where it's the most beneficial, and it's going to be the most simple way of removing karma. Now, removing karma is not like casting your cares on Jesus. This is being aware, accountable, acknowledging, and then performing alchemy by taking action that is going to change the trajectory of your life. One moment, one decision at a time. This is what we were talking about. When we were putting this together, we did not know this. And I went to look up the days for this year that would be best for removing karma, the Pradasham timings for this year. And those dates were in alignment with putting this together, which is Monday, May 24th. That is the next Pradasham or Pradasham, because I can tear some shit up when I'm trying to pronounce it. But that is the next date, May 24th.
Tomorrow.
So we put this program together, like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves today to get this shit done because we know the power of alignment and being able to flow with energy.
Now, how many people want to break some karma and clear some karma and balance some karma? I know I do.
Me too. Like, that's really been my focus lately. I just been like, I'm ready to do some new shit. I'm at least ready to make some new mistakes. Like, repeating these patterns, it just ain't working for me no more.
That's right.
You know. Ashe.
Ashe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raise your damn hand if you're in the class and you're ready to clear some karma. I be in the classroom with both hands up.
Somebody said, why do you believe in karma?
Interesting, great point. Okay,
Yeah.
so
there is no karma, there is no judgment, no guilt or doubt.
yes, that is a great point.
Yeah.
So the way that we are using the word karma would more so be the
thought.
seeds of the thoughts that you have implanted.
Yes.
Okay, so people have attached so many different meanings, and that's a great point. So these are the patterns, the programmings, the subconscious programming, and the thoughts and patterns that are the constructs of your reality, the stuff that you're unsure of that's affecting your reality.
That's right.
So this is when we say karma, that's what we mean. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. We definitely is right there with you on that, because that's how we view that as well. We don't believe in karma in the way. See, this is why I'll throw a spell on your ass if I need to. Like, cross me, run up on me wrong if you want to. I'm not worried about the universe punishing me, because I am an aspect of the universe. And if I view that judgment needs to be dealt out, then we finna be sending some shit right back to you. So you throw some shit my way, I will throw this shit back to you. I mean, it's all in love, right? It's all fair in love and war. So yes, you definitely get that, and that's why we're kind of more so. We're not even putting ourselves in the category of middle path, right path, left hand path.
Right.
You know, we just use what we need to use that's
right.
gonna get us to the result that we need,
Yeah.
and make sure we have full understanding of what we're doing and fully accountable for whatever is happening. And so karma for us is about the accountability of the seeds that you have planted.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's being crafty.
Yeah. But guilt and shame and all that shit, I don't know. We've been doing detoxes on that. Like, we're not doing it over here. That's one of the main things that we say. That's why people like vibing with us, because I just can't with that energy. I can't even tolerate myself doing that shit to myself no more. It's just, it's useless. It's useless.
That is so true. Yeah.
So, Prada Sham. The dates, May 24th. If you happen to find this video later, June 7th of 2021 and June 22nd. So you will be able to get in alignment and begin rewriting your narrative. Again, you are the super Heru. And so to take control of that narrative, yes, it's going to require you to do some shit different. It's going to require you to do some things new, to do some things maybe you thought you'd never do. You're just going to have to move different. And if we want to, we're anchoring this new earth energy, y'all. For those of us who are creatures of comfort, like, it's just can't grow like that. You just can't expand.
That's right.
So the people around us, they just playing a role to help us become our highest potential, the best version of ourselves. That's it. When you start to see the bullshit like that, and you're like, I know why y'all talking about me. Yep, I got it. Then the shit don't have no power over you no more.
Right. So you're not easily offended. So you don't give a fuck about what they saying and what they think about you.
Ain't nothing personal no more, cause you like, oh, yep. I've been communing with my shadow self. I'm wounded as fuck. I see that. That's the wounds you hurt, ain't you?
Yes.
I ain't hurt about nothing. Okay. All right.
Yep.
And you just able to be copacetic.
That's right.
I created a whole new altar centered around not letting people make me give more fucks about things. It's not going to benefit me to give fucks about.
That's right.
Her name is Cam Zen. I had to give her a whole name, you know. Do what you need to do.
That's right.
You might want to name this aspect of you coming into this chaos energy and being able to work with it, you know.
Mine is E.
Yeah. So this program, y'all see the alignment is so much. So this is more than a program. This is it ain't even no words to really wrap around what this is. This is a fucking experience and a journey. We will be on this journey with y'all the same way for those of you all who did the soul retrieval using your wave spell last year. We was on that journey with y'all. For those of you who did the self-love challenge with us, you already know we was on that journey with y'all. Like everything we was holding y'all accountable to do, we was having to do as well. And we held each other accountable and we did it as a group. So that's the vibe over here. We on tribe vibes only. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to know that there is a place where we belong. And there is a place in this world that we came here to create, but you sometimes need to connect yourself with energies of people that is congruent for the reality that you're wanting to anchor versus having so many adversarial energies in your narrative. And you can't control it because you don't have enough actors in your movie supporting you.
That's right.
And so this is what this allows you to do.
That's right.
So we're gonna give coupon codes to everybody who participate in this program so that you can get a discount on our products, because there are products that we have that are going to help you to do this. We got a new product we haven't released yet that we're still working on. You know, we be working with the cosmos, so we want that cosmic energy to charge whatever we're doing. So just keep watching, stay tuned. If you're not following us, if you're not a member, go to our website, remnantsgathering.com. Make sure that you're in and locked into what's going on, because you're going to hear about it there first. Right. But the products, we're going to give coupons to everybody participating in this. This program was valued way more than what we're giving it for. So just for this time now, because it is time sensitive, and we know some of y'all is real serious about this work. Y'all really serious about doing this soul work. This shit is not a game for you. And I know that's why some of y'all get so upset when you feel like people trying you. Because you just like, look, this shit, I'm not playing. Like this awakening shit, it sounded cute at first, but it's serious to me. I really want to take this serious. Like we feel you and we get that. When I do y'all readings, y'all be serious as fuck. And I be like, I can't be off my game. I gotta be on point with y'all, because y'all be coming with some questions, and I be like, damn, you know, y'all be hitting me with some shit. I gotta go back to the akashic library and go back in the shelf I ain't even know existed. But I appreciate y'all because it helps me to grow and expand. And so to show our appreciation, we put ourselves through so much to put this together. I want to get these products to you marked down, so you will get that as well. And we're going to have our own sacred space where we can communicate with each other. We're going to create a group. Yeah. Right. Hold me accountable. Yeah. We're going to create a group, and this group is a sacred space. Everybody will not have access to it. No judgment zone, no shame. The only people that will have access to this is you who are participating in the program. That's right. So you ain't got to worry about nobody else. You might want to come on there and be like, yeah, shadow work for today. Yeah, I think my shadow self wants to murder everybody at my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be able to come in and say that shit. Like, this was coming up for me. And then we'll be able to come back and say, okay, well, we support you in not doing that. Let's do it in meditation. And you can shoot the mother, however you want to do it, and play it out. Play it out. We support you in that. Do that safely. Right. And one other thing, that there is a disclaimer that is on our website.
Email us.
Yeah. The disclaimer, we are adults here, consenting adults. So we provide a lot of ancient information and wisdom. And so we cannot predict how the power is going to begin activating in your life and playing out for you. So just know that if you sign up for this program, you are agreeing to the disclaimer that is on our website, that you are fully responsible for what happens after when you use our products and potions. Of course, you're responsible. So we just have to make sure that we say that, because, you know, shit happens. That's right. And people be like, well, you know, I didn't know it was going to unleash so much chaos, or I didn't know I was going to end up wanting to break up with my girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah. I'm just saying, your higher self may exist outside of where you at now. And so just letting you know, like, things are going to shift and move when you start doing this deeper work.
No, I was saying email your number.
Oh.
Yeah, email your number. Email us your number or whatever. Yeah.
So that's it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So we appreciate everybody being in here with us. We see we got 59 people. Thank you to all the moderators that are with us. Most definitely, we appreciate y'all. And we just say, hey, let's have the same number of likes as we do individuals that are
up in here.
Yeah, like if it resonates with you, you should be liking it already. You should be have been to subscribe to this channel. And if nothing resonates with you, but you still in here and you watching it, like it anyway, because it's just some information now you got to
Yeah.
refute.
Yeah.
So it's your favorite information to hate. So like it. You know what I'm saying?
It works every
It
way.
works both ways. It is what it is.
Yeah, awesome. So look, y'all, go to the website. We're finna get back to work. We gotta just get the group ready. We're gonna send out for everybody who is a member, who's a subscriber to the website. You're about to get the info in the email. You will get the link to sign up for the program. You will get access to the coupon code and access to the group. We're finna go over there and do that now, okay? So we're hoping to see y'all on the other side of this. If you can afford to go ahead and get in the program so that you can start this with us for the next Prada Sham, that's great. If you happen to finance and start after that, that's fine too, because being an alchemist, you know, being an awakened old one, you don't get too caught up in the dates and shit, because you're just like, I'm the date, you know, so bring that energy too. We're here supporting you to do whatever is going to maximize your life and where you are so that you can create your best life. So you don't have to try to rush and do this. Just for the people who are able to do it and it resonates, we wanted to make sure we was tapping into that algorithm and these numbers and getting that in there so that that's supporting you as you go throughout the rest of the program. The program will last for 44 days from whatever day that you begin. So we heading over there to get this finished. And yes, we expect to be hearing from y'all. We excited. We can't wait to see what's going to happen. Like, you just never know what comes up in these groups and stuff. It's just really, you can't predict it. And as nerve-wracking as it is for us, it has to happen. You feel the fear and you do shit anyway.
That's right.
You know? Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So for those of you who know what's coming next, because we got work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man.
Your third eye
Has just been kissed.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
See you on the other side.